I am not competing with no crew. I'm not competing with no crew of dudes that claim that they like your brother. If they your brother, if he is your brother, then why is he hitting you up? Why is he FaceTiming you after 11 p.m.? Why? That's not giving brother vibes. That's giving something else. And I have been the brother that females used to have to explain to their man, like, oh, that's like my brother. No, I wasn't. I was smacking her around crazy, but I was in the brother role. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, ladies, you have to listen to this. You cannot build something real with if you too friendly. If you too friendly, it's impossible for you to build something real. Fellas, if she got more male friends than she got female friends, your relationship is gonna be more stressful than peaceful.
Break out the pots, time to put the work on. Say they won't beef, I got the sirloins. Yeah, it's Mike Bands in this motherfucker. Oh, that's your wifey? Well, I don't think that you should trust her, cause she was giving crazy hair.
You are now tuned into the Hustle Reset podcast After Hours with your host, Mike Bands.
Yo, what it do, what the business is? Right now, y'all definitely tune into another episode of the Hustle Reset podcast After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Bands. Y'all always know I want to know how y'all be feeling out there. So y'all get in the comments. Y'all let me know how your mental health going, because mental health is wealth. Health is wealth. All the way around the board. Your physical health, your mental health, all of the above. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, we just in here. We just kicking it. Another episode, another day, another dollar. You feel me? Y'all see I got the Hustle Reset attire on. You know, I got a million of these shirts, man. If y'all trying to order it, all y'all gotta do is just go to the hustleresetapparel.com so y'all can order your stuff. This the royal blue and white Hustle Reset. It go with the chrome hard jeans. It go with the Louis Vuitton joints. You dig what I'm saying? You know, we gonna always be fashionable. We gonna always be fashionable. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, Lord. But yeah, man, we just in here really just kicking it like we always do. I'm trying to get y'all an episode weekly. I really want to get to the point where I'm giving y'all episodes daily. But you know, consistency is key. I got a busy lifestyle. I got businesses that I run, so I be having to make sure that they up and running and running well, because being an entrepreneur is not for the weak. I'm telling you, it's not for the weak, man. You know, sometimes I be missing the stability of a 9-to-5 because you ain't gotta hustle this hard, you know. But that's what separates the weak from the strong, because I'm telling you, being an entrepreneur is not for the weak, man. Some days you might be up, some days you might be down financially and emotionally and all of that, man. That's why I say your health is wealth. Your mental health is wealth, because this entrepreneur stuff is not for the weak, man. You really have to grind. You got to put in 1,000% work. You have to, man. You got to. You definitely have to, man. I like to be open with my audience. I like to be open with y'all, because a lot of people think just because they see me on here that I have my stuff all the way together, which I feel for the most part that I do, but I'm human. I'm definitely flawed. But I seen somebody that I know commented like, oh yeah, you might be portraying a life that you're not living. Baby, you don't know me. Like, I know you, but you don't know me. Like, I don't get on here acting like I'm better than anybody. Any game that I'm giving y'all, I hold a mirror up in front of my face, because I'm giving myself the game just as well as I'm giving y'all the game. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm preaching to you, I'm preaching to myself too. Anything that I tell y'all, I'm not too high and mighty to take my own advice. I definitely take my own advice. No cap, like for real. But yeah, man. So life be life, man, as it does for each and every one of us. I'm not above none of it, but life definitely be life, for real. I want to give a shout out to a few of my sponsors. Always and forever going to be a sponsor. I haven't been shouting her out as much as I should be, because she like to stay behind the scenes. But shout out to Touched by Grace. Home Health LLC, Home Healthcare LLC. Shout out to her. That's a definite sponsor of the Hustle Reset podcast. For sure. Shout out to the Taxman NC. That's another sponsor. If y'all are in the North Carolina area and you need your taxes done, or if you need some type of financial guidance or anything, if you need a what is it? Consultation, anything about finances, hit up the Taxman NC. You got to. You feel me? But yeah, man, I just had to shout my sponsors out right quick, because we do definitely have sponsors for this podcast that you see. You feel me? And I'm also a big sponsor of this podcast because I put my blood, sweat, tears, money, everything into this podcast. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, gotta get the sponsors out the way. But before we get into the topic of everything that's going on today, I want y'all to stop what you're doing right now. If you haven't, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment. I don't care what you comment, just make sure you leave a comment. And most importantly, you gotta share the content. You have to share, because if you don't share, nobody will know that the Hustle Reset podcast even exists. Y'all are just as important as I am important to this podcast. You feel me? We all have to do our part. So I need y'all to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You feel me? All right. So the topic of this episode, we're going to talk about that outside energy. We're going to talk about outside energy in these females. We're going to talk about the men too, but I want to talk about the outside energy. Outside energy is not wife energy. You feel what I'm saying? Outside energy is not wife energy. And before I get started, I want to let y'all know that I'm not here to bash women. I'm not here to bash any women by a long shot, but I'm here to wake some of y'all up. I'm here to keep some of my fellas from walking into a headache disguised as a baddie, disguised as an IG model. So that's why the title of this episode is that outside energy is not wife energy. Because me personally, I ain't speaking for nobody else. I'm just speaking for myself. I do not want a chick that live at the bar, that live at the club every weekend, every day, every weekend. I don't want no female like that, that always in a section every time, like she getting paid to be there. Baby, what are you celebrating? What are you celebrating? How you got time to be outside every weekend, but your credit score is in the trenches? Think about that. You got time to be outside every weekend, but your credit score looking ugly. Fellas, if the bartender know her by name, and if the bartender know her favorite drink, she belong to the nightlife. She do not belong to you. If you outside more than you inside, you ain't ready to be nobody piece, baby. You are not. Just plain and simple. Go ahead and get that up out your system before you try to think you want to settle down. You feel me? And I want to get into something else, because that outside energy is crazy. But this is even more crazy. A female that got too many homeboys. A female that got too many male friends. Listen, I am not competing with no crew. I'm not competing with no crew of dudes that claim that they like your brother. If they your brother, if he is your brother, then why is he hitting you up? Why is he FaceTiming you after 11 p.m.? Why? That's not giving brother vibes. That's giving something else. And I have been the brother that females used to have to explain to their man, like, oh, that's like my brother. No, I wasn't. I was smacking her around crazy, but I was in the brother role. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, ladies, you have to listen to this. You cannot build something real if you too friendly. If you too friendly, it's impossible for you to build something real. Fellas, if she got more male friends than she got female friends, your relationship is gonna be more stressful than peaceful. It's gonna be more stressful than peaceful. You feel what I'm saying? It's definitely gonna be more stressful than peaceful. But let's get back to the subject, to the outside energy. I want to talk about the turn up spirit. The turn up spirit. Have y'all ever met a female who can't sit still? She always need to be lit. She always need to be lit. She always need to be seen. That is a spirit. That is the turn up spirit. A woman who can't enjoy peace will never be at peace, and neither will you. Neither will you, fellas. If the woman can't never be at peace, you will never be at peace. The relationship will never be at peace. That girl that's always chasing the next vibe will never be able to build foundation. If she addicted to attention, then you will never be enough. You will never be enough. And I know how I'm coming off to seem like I'm being controlling, that I'm controlling, that I will be controlling a female, but I'm far from controlling. I'm not controlling. I'm just protecting my peace. Because women love to say, oh, you insecure. No, I just value my peace more than trying to prove a point. A relationship ain't supposed to feel like a relay race, always chasing somebody down. See, you can't build legacy with somebody who won't just turn down for a second. She got to turn down for a second. You cannot build legacy with somebody who still acting like it's spring break 2014. You cannot build legacy with somebody like that. You feel what I'm saying? Baby, I'm not trying to control you. I'm just not trying to compete with the city. I'm not trying to compete with the whole city. See, there's a difference between wife material and worldly material. Wifey material and worldly material. Ladies, being bad ain't enough. Not in this day and time. Being bad is not enough. If everybody got access to you, then what exactly make you think? What makes you think that you have some exclusivity to a man who could potentially be your husband? See, IG got a lot of these niggas messed up. Instagram got a lot of these niggas messed up. Just because she get a lot of likes, a lot of followers, do not mean that she the one. Because wife material ain't just about how she look. It's about what the woman does when ain't nobody watching. It's about what she does when ain't nobody watching. See, you can't be for the streets expecting the king to come build a castle around you, women, ladies. You cannot be for the streets expecting a king to come build a castle around you. And see, that's that fairy tale land that a lot of these females live in. Fellas, choose peace over pressure. And ladies, if you really want to be with a real one, then you got to step back from the turn up life. Glow up, but don't be afraid to grow up. Ain't nothing sexy about a woman who don't know how to sit down, how to turn down, how to build. Every woman want to be chosen, but not every woman is preparing to be kept. Every woman want to be chosen, but not a lot of them are preparing how to be kept. And I don't want y'all to think that this is a woman bashing segment, because it's not. Which moves me on to my next point. I was the problem. Me, Mike Bass, was the problem. Let me be real with y'all for a second, because I don't want nobody to think that I'm Mr. Perfect. Like I said, I am human just like you all, because I was the problem. I am not excluded from none of this. See, I was the captain of the turn-up team. I was the captain of the turn-up team. See, I done had good women in my corner. They was loyal to me. They was they had vision. They wanted to be married. They was peaceful. They cooked for me and everything. But I fumbled. Great women trying to chase vibes, bottles, and bullshit. That's why I'm saying, like, I can freely speak about what I'm speaking about, because I've been out here too. I'm still out here. I fumble good things. I was addicted to the noise, to the parties, to the attention. I needed validation. I'm not afraid to tell y'all none of this. I'm open. I'm open. I have been on the same thing that I'm telling men to stay away from. I have been one of the men that women needed to stay away from. You feel what I'm saying? We gonna keep it open on here. One thing we gonna do on this podcast, we gonna keep it real. You feel what I'm saying? We have to keep it real. See, I thought outside was gonna fill a void. I thought being outside was gonna fill a void, but all it did was just left me empty, even more empty, because it took more from me than I was able to give to it. See, a lot of people, they don't realize that Being outside, want to be on the scene, want to be with this female, want to be with this guy. It takes more from you than it gives to you. It's not a fulfilling thing. It's not a fulfilling. It's not fulfilling, and it's definitely not sustainable because sometimes you're gonna get burnt out. See, I ran from good love. I ran from good love because I wasn't ready to be still. I was not ready to be still. I was too busy trying to be that nigga versus trying to become a man. See, some of y'all is mad at the woman because you ain't realized that you ain't the man that you thought you was. Some of y'all are mad at the woman because you ain't realized that you ain't the man that you thought you was. See, I was outside chasing clout, and I had a good queen sitting at home, ready to serve me, but I couldn't see it. You know, sometimes we be blind to what's right in front of our faces. You never know what you got until it's gone. And I ignored the signs. And I don't want y'all to never think that I am above y'all. That's why I'm being open. I'm being transparent. I'm being open as possible with y'all. If I ever get on this podcast and y'all see me talking, just know I'm never talking down to nobody. I'm preaching to y'all and I'm preaching to myself at the same time. So no, I ain't pointing fingers at nobody. I'm holding a mirror up. If I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. If I'm hard on y'all, I'm even harder on myself. I don't play. I do not play. And that's what this podcast is about. That's what the hustle reset is about. It's about resetting the bullshit. It's about resetting your mind. It's about keeping it real with yourself, even when it hurts. That's what this podcast is about. So ladies, outside energy is not wife energy. Fellas, outside energy is not husband energy. You feel me? It is not. And I'm not going to be on here long. I just wanted to get on here right quick just to share my thoughts right quick. I got something that I got to take care of, but I definitely want to always give y'all some episodes. Some of them may be long, some of them may be short, but I wanted to get on here just to shed a little bit of light because this was placed upon my heart to give to y'all. Whatever you do with it is up to you. You feel me? And don't sit in judgment. Just sit, watch, try to learn something if you can. If you don't like the content, keep scrolling. If you like it, let me know. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, and share so everybody can know that the Hustle Reset podcast is out here. You feel me? Thank y'all. And till next time, we out.